Obviously, the SIU has said there's been at least 300 million rand which has been looted and stolen by the people running the lottery. But it seems that it could, in fact, be a lot more money than that which has been stolen. The journalist who's published, well, groundbreaking story after groundbreaking story, essentially broken open the story, is Raymond Joseph from Ground Up. He joins us now. Raymond, good afternoon to you. Do we know at this stage what kind of information the SIU was looking for in Kimberly? They were clearly looking for certain documents.
Hi, Stephen. Yes. So what happened is, as Kaiser just explained, the modus operandi is literally runners on the ground were going out, finding NPOs, encourage them to apply for funding, assisting them with applying for funding, and it was then massaged through the system, and they were getting a kickback of 30% of the money. Now, I must say, this modus operandi, we've seen it not only in the Northern Cape. It is not uncommon. It's just another part of how the lottery has been ripped off.
The National Lotteries Commission says it's cooperating fully with the investigation. Do you believe them?
No. They're cooperating to the extent that they have to, but they're not being over helpful, and in fact being quite obstructive. So, no, I don't believe so, Stephen, no matter what they say.
I mean, these are people, if the SIU is correct, if you're correct, you must be, then it would not be in their interest to help at all.
Very much so, yes. Some of the very people right on top who have been implicated, they're not necessarily being cooperative, really.
The SIU talks around...
putting it mildly.
Okay. The SIU talks around 300 million rand that's been looted. You said it could be a lot more money than that. How much could it actually be that's gone missing here?
Well, it's well over $1 billion, that's for sure. And I think it's substantially more than $1 billion. It's been going on for a long time, and I've said this before, Stephen, we don't know what we don't know. But on an almost daily basis, as I'm working through and understanding more, I'm finding more and more and more. It's endemic. It's right through the system. The rot is right through the system.
So it's not just...
2 billion?
2 billion,
or
sure.
more. Or more.
So it's not just, 4 or 5 people at the National Lotteries Commission, not just the board, not just a CEO or a chief operating officer. It must be a much bigger group of people than that.
So really what we're talking about is a criminal network. You've got people within the NLC, you had people within the board. There then are certain key people outside the board outside of the NLC, because money has got to be washed, and what the NLC have uncovered, and we've uncovered, frankly, is there's a layered network where money will be paid, so an organization will get lottery funding. They will then pay part of that over to usually a company, which will take its share and starts dissipating. The money is going through companies, it's going through trust. Great measures are being taken to hide the source, to wash the money and hide the source. This is very much in the modus of the Guptas, by the way.
The minister in charge of this is the DTI Minister, Ephraim Patel, and he says he wants to now remove the board. The board's time in office is coming to an end anyway, I think just in 3 weeks' time. It's also not quorate, if I've understood the situation correctly. Is that too little, too late?
Yes, Stephen. I mean, look, if he removes the board, it's symbolic in that their term is coming to an end. They have now advertised. Advertising closed on the 7th of the month for new board members. Now, I cannot see by the end of the month how they would go through the process of filtering the applications, interviewing them. Successful applications then have to go through security checks by SSA. It's a long process. There's going to be a period of uncertainty. The issue of a new board chairman, the previous board chairman left at the end of 2020 after 11 years. It should have been 10 years, and somehow I end up with 11 years in office. That process has been delayed. It's been hanging around at the bottom of the parliamentary order paper. The good thing is it's now been pushed and it's going to be debated. But may I say to you that in Parliament, when the minister actually said that he was going to have the board removed, so that was introduced by the chair of the Parliamentary committee that has got oversight of the lottery. Now, she is new on the job, but that committee, and it's particularly the ANC members of that committee, have protected the NLC. The NLC has used parliamentary privilege while in that committee to attack me, to attack Roundup, to quite frankly tell lies. So it's a bit rich. The opposition has been calling for the removal of the board for some time, and it's a bit rich now suddenly that the ANC is calling for it, and I'm putting that mildly.
Raymond, if we get a new board, is that going to fix it, or does it require more than that?
And it's going to require far more than that. So what is happening is the SANEF and Media Monitoring Africa, they actually